Alright, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It's all praises unto the Most High and His Son, who you ignorantly call Christ. To give double honors to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It's the Akia Mahaloya. Coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Title, The Parable of the 10 Virgins. Lord's will this be an edifying lesson based on just some videos I've been listening to and the fallout, the amount of falling outs, and the guys that they appear to be on fire one minute and then they fizzle out and all of a sudden they resurface as if they never Salakia they resurface as if they never left. And you see that more often than not in this truth with these Israelites out here that's claiming to be men of the Lord. Prime example, you got these guys, I call them Nick and Knight and the Monthly Crew. They're a break off of Great Millstone, and they went on to do their own thing because they was kicked out and there was some discrepancies between them and us, and which they was told to do their own thing, because they was teaching perverse doctrines, and they had the okay to come back into the fold, but ultimately they negated they negated that calling, so to speak, and they continued to do their own thing. Before you know it, they was full-fledged attacking us in the doctrine, changing the doctrine, going into the flat earth. The nuclear missiles don't exist. There's no such thing as quote-unquote UFOs. They're not the vehicles of the Lord. The 12 tribes are scattered, which that is true, but we don't know. We can't identify who specifically the tribes are today, etc. All right, these guys is a primary example of the foolish virgins. Okay, and another guy by the name of Baloo, we call him Baloo, this big overstuffed gremlin that go back from the old school one West. He just resurfaced, okay, because he was gone for about 3 years because he disappeared like the little demon that he was when basically more evidence on the RFID chip started to be to reveal that that's exactly what it was, the RFID chip. He pretty much tucked and saved face for about 3 years. Now, I checked his tree, and basically he's been going back out. He's been back out for like 5 months. Okay, but prior to that guy hadn't done the work in 3 years, man. Okay, so these guys, man, when Yahweh Shai comes back in return, he's not gonna pay them no mind, and he's not gonna respect their works because, for the simple fact, they turned their back on him, and maybe they ran out of gas. Just like if I have a candle at my house, what happens if the wind or the draft comes in? It blows the candle out, and it ultimately has to be relit. Or if a candle burns all the way out, you can't relight it no more because the stem is pretty much no good and there's no more wax to burn. Okay, there's no more wax to burn in this candle, so therefore it cannot be relit. You can try and try, but nonetheless it's going to be a struggle. And that's the situation with these other Israelites out here, like that guy that go by call himself Elder Quanath, that reprobate. Basically, man, the dude disappeared twice, and now he's trying to come back as if he's relevant, and also he's changing up the doctrine, okay, which is a big no-no from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, so that's the parable of the foolish virgins. 5 were wise, 5 were foolish. The 5 wise ones, they kept the oil in the lamps, so to speak, and those are the ones that Yahweh Shai is going to have mercy on, because common sense is, if I know that I'm going on a road trip, or if I know that I'm getting ready to go to a hot climate or in the middle of a desert, why would I not bring enough water that's sufficient for me to drink to get me through the day? Why would I, if I got a big mega bus and I'm going to on a road trip or a tour in a desert, why in the hell would I just bring one bottle of water when I can bring several cases? All right, so this is the book of Matthew 25. It says, then shall the kingdom of heaven be like unto 10 virgins, okay, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom, which the bridegroom is Yahweh Shai. All right, it says 10 virgins because for one thing, Israel we're known as the women, or we're known as the woman, the bond woman. You know, we're known as husbandmen unto Yahweh, basically the bride unto Yahweh Shai. A virgin is somebody that's pure, and in the eyes of the Most High, He's going to make the nation of Israel pure again. And also, it said it's likened to the kingdom of heaven, because the scriptures tell you that the Israelites are basically the kingdom of heaven. Okay, we the walking incarnate of the kingdom of heaven. All right, it says kingdom of heaven was a people before it was a place, and that's why I stated that the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, because we're the Lord's people. Okay, it says, and 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish, and we represent the wise ones. Okay, because for the simple fact, man, you know, Lord's will, He keep the spirit on us. We don't believe in taking breaks. Okay, and we're at the end of this thing now, and we're seeing the fruits of the labors come to pass. We're seeing that the Lord is actually bringing the prophecies to pass. So this gives us every much more to want to go hard for the truth, you know. And it says here, because for the simple fact, man, it just is one of those things, brothers, that only thing that can defeat you in this thing is yourself. Okay, like the scriptures go into, not every man have faith. Faith is a gift, you know, and it's a beautiful thing that we're given this gift of faith through the spirit of Yahweh Shai to keep pushing. But not all men have faith, and this is why they run into stumbling blocks, and this is why you know, they do things like fall out the truth and come back and fall out. You know, they're basically like the seed that's being, or they're basically like the basically the man that built his house upon the sand, and the water came and blown it instead of building it on a rock. Okay, which the rock is Yahweh Shai. It says here, they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. So why would you take a lamp in the middle of the woods somewhere and there's no oil? Because eventually the lamp is going to burn out if it don't function on oil. Okay, if you just fill it up with that 1 quart of oil, it may last you a little bit, but after a while you're not going to be able to reignite that lamp because it's burnt out. It has no oil to sustain it, you know. And that's representation of these men out here, you know, that's lukewarm. It says here, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. Okay, so let's look here. Shine, face to shine, because oil is an agent that it's a lubricant, so to speak. All right, this is the book of Numbers 6:25. It says, the Lord make His face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee, man. So when you think of oil, you think of something that's very very delicate, something that's very purifying or anointed, or something that's standing out. Okay, like, okay, the book of Job 18:5. This is for you, even though this is talking about Eve, but it's talking about you evildoers too. It says, yea, the light of the wicked should be put out. And if you think of an oil lamp, it's a light. It says, and the spark of his fire should not shine. And that means because the Lord is closing the curtains on you guys, man. Okay, let me see something here. Yep, this is the book of Psalms 104:15. It says, and the wine that maketh glad the heart of man, and oil to make his face to shine, and the bread which strengthen a man's heart. All right, so you brothers, you get the point from there. You know, like Matthew 5:16, it says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. You know, so that's the point we're making. But going back here, it says here, where the bridegroom, or where the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. Okay, because like the scriptures tell you that as their fathers fell asleep, all things continue from the beginning. You know, stating where's the promise of His coming. So these guys, what happened was they lost faith. You know, they ran out of gas. All right, and they felt like Yahweh Shah put off His coming. So they was like, you know what, this man ain't coming back. You know, we throw a party. You know, let's forget it. That is like if your mama tell you that, look, or my mother and father said, I'll be back Friday night, 7:30, and all of a sudden the flight was canceled. You know, the flight may have been delayed, and all of a sudden you decide to throw a party at 7:10 because you thought your parents wasn't coming back, thought they were just standing you up, and before you know it, they walk in the door at 8 o'clock, and before you know it, you caught out there. Okay, and that's equivalent to these men losing faith. You know, and it says here, and at midnight there was a cry made, and behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. All right, so the midnight and the noise that's made is the second coming of Yahweh Shai. this destruction that's going to come. It says, midnight, there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. And then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. So that's basically these men that's coming in, that's trying to cast these debates. Like one clown, he's not part of us no more, but basically he's stating that he got this book, or not even him, it was another guy that we was getting on, that the brothers was getting on, and basically he's thirsty for us to answer his questions, man. And if you look at him, you see the spirit of despair and defeat in his eyes, which means that these guys are desperate, man. All right, they have nothing. They don't know left from Sunday, and it's basically this guy asking us for the oil, because without us, like I did the video earlier, these scoffers, they wouldn't exist. And it says, and the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered and said, not so. I mean, hell no, we ain't give you the damn thing. Lest that not be enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves, man. So you figure this out on your own. All right, don't come around us trying to leech off us because you guys got complacent, you got lukewarm, you took your hands off the plow. All right, that's you guys that build your house on stony on sand, that made not the Lord his foundation, man. All right, let me find that. Oops. All right, so this is the book of Matthew 7, and I'm gonna start at verses Salakia, Matthew 7, and I'm gonna start at verses 19. Matter of fact, 19. It says, every tree that bringeth forth not good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. So these men out here that's getting complacent, they're of a bad branch. Okay, they're of a poison stock, and anything that's poisonous, it needs to be eradicated. And it says here, wherefore by their fruits ye should know them. And it's the offspring of these guys, because a lot of these guys are representation of these offshoots, man. Men that leave us, and then they get men that follow them, and etc. They start their own thing, and the ball keeps rolling down the hill. That's why it says you should know them by their fruit, because a person is only as good as the person they're around, or as a servant is only as good as his master. If brothers get what I'm saying in that aspect. But basically, you're only good as who you learn from. And it says, not everyone that said unto me, Yahushua, Yahushua, should enter into the kingdom of heaven. And these guys call on Yahushua. They call on him, but hey, do they believe in him? It says, but he that doth the will of my Father which is in heaven. It says, and many were saying to me in that day, Yahushua, Yahushua, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. Because at a point in time, these men were doing the right thing. They were prophesying. They were teaching the right doctrine. They were, respecting the leaderships, etc., doing what was required of them, But eventually they became complacent and became foolish. All right, and we have several examples of that. I know guys personally that went down this path, and this is why the scriptures tell you that straight and narrow is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And it says here, then I will profess it to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. So therefore, whosoever heard these sayings of mine and doth them, I would liken to him unto a wise man. And we just went into the 5 virgins that were wise, which builded his house upon the rock. All right, and that rock goes into the head of the church, which was Peter, but ultimately Yahushua is that ultimate rock. He's the ultimate pillar in the Lord's temple. Okay, it says, which builded his house upon the rock, because a rock is something that's sturdy. If you have a bedrock, something that's sturdy, or something that's very grounded, you can't really move it. Even the biggest truck can plow through it. Like the scriptures tell you that a man of the Lord should be a rock. Pretty much it should be like as a rock in a weary land. But it says here, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, which the winds represents you scoffers, and the adversities that we're going through, the different temptations men of the Lord go through. And it says, and it fell not, for it is founded upon a rock. So no matter what type of adversity we go through, whether we lose women, children, family members, money, clothes, house, car, whatever, those winds ultimately kept us stabilized. Unlike you guys You fell at the vote of adversity, and this is why you guys are disgruntled. It says here, and everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not should be like unto a foolish man, which builded his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the wind blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. Okay, because when you guys go down, it's quite evident, it's a good thing. And the majority of you, like Nate's congregation, like those guys are going to fall. And when they fall, everybody's going to know about it because they generate so much attention, So going back into the book of Matthew, the 25th chapter, verses, where did I leave off at? This is Matthew 25, and I'm going to start at verses 9 again. It says, but the wise answered, saying, not so, lest that not be enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with them to the marriage, and the door was shut. So while you guys turned your back on the Lord, he shut you out already. All right, so there's no coming back. Like 14th Street Ice Ferry, that guy, man, hey, I don't even know why you even decided to come back in the fold, man. You was confounded when you was scoffing on the chip, when you basically put a chip on your hand and you ate it and say, I got the chip. You basically just blasphemy the Lord, man, by saying that, because you basically scoffing the doctrine, man. Okay? Because this word is of Yahweh Shai. You basically sealed your fate, so I don't even know why you even wanted to come back like you never left. Because these guys that seeing the prophecies come to pass, now they're trying to creep back in, like they said, many men that crept in unawares. They're not even coming through the straight gate, because a lot of them are scoff and bear false witness against us and say all manners of evil towards us. But when they find out that we was telling the truth, these guys don't even have the integrity, or they don't even have the character to even say, you know what, we went off against you guys, Salakia, man, you guys were right. And be done with it and go by your way. But they can't give us that gratification because they have a lot of hatred for us, man. Like the hatred for Israelites against Israelites is real. All right. And we experience it from all these different camps. No matter who we defend, we're defending them. They will never come to our defense. They will never come to our defense. And that's fine, man, because you know what? We got the Lord, And it says, afterwards came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, verily I say unto you, I know you not. So all you guys, Quanaf, Baloo, all you dudes out there, man, you basically just dead air, man. You're wasting your time. Because, you took breaks off. You went back into the world. Same thing with Johanna, man. The apostles got stories for ages on how that guy went back into the world for a number of years and decided to come back like he never left. And talking about he's the commanding general. Like, you ain't commanding a damn thing, man. You ain't commanding nothing over here, And it says, watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. So basically, man, you guys out there that turned your back on your Yahweh Shai, hey, man, you dudes wasn't watching, man, because for you to turn your back on something means that you don't care. You're careless. You gave up on it. That's why he says, verily, I know you not. So watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. And basically, the ones of us that have oil in the lamps, we're the ones that's watching for Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, because the oil is this understanding, is this spirit we got on us, man, to break these scriptures down. The understanding, that's the oil, the knowledge, man. And we've been granted with that information through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. And it's a beautiful thing. All right. I did a Google search on an oil lamp. It says an oil lamp burns fuel to produce light, and the fuel basically is the oil. It says the light with the controlled flame seen in the illustration below. It says the fount or fuel tank attaches to a wick holding lamp burner with 4 prongs to hold the oil lamp chimney. It says the fount is filled with fuel oil, which is wicked through the burner held cotton wick. Okay, and this is just different oil lamps right here. All right, so if you was to take this in the nighttime, you don't want to have oil with you, because what if it burns out? All right, and that oil was the representation, like I said, of this knowledge and this understanding. And we just read in the scriptures how the Lord makes a man face to shine. All right, lamp oil. You'd be stupid to not take oil with you, and that's what these guys did. But ultimately, they wasn't chosen from the foundations of the planet Earth. You know, so hey, we gotta count ourselves lucky that Yahweh Shah is even dealing with us this far. Let's pray He keeps on doing it. You know, and I got one last precept. This is the book of Luke 9:62. All right, it says here, uh, and Yahweh Shai said it to him, no man having put his hand to the plow looking back is fit for the kingdom. So if you ain't working for the kingdom, man, you ain't gonna get it. You're not gonna partake on this first go round. Basically, you're gonna have to be destroyed and come back to even reap some of the benefits of the kingdom, which you will get the benefits, but you ain't gonna be in the higher echelon like the elect is. You know, and that's what we're striving for. That's what brothers are striving for. All right, but anyway, with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, a great millstone, and peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, noise in the gospel broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, wherever they may be. And with that, Shalom, and the Baba Ball, and the Habatham to the Ha'akim and the elect out there. Shalom.